starts again. Welcome to the bone zone. Come play the necromantic way. Welcome to the bone zone. Get killed for free, resurrect today. Sign your corpse at the sound of the tone. Kathleen welcomes you to the bone zone. Spin the wheel of how did I die? Was it poison blades or a ghoul nearby? Win fabulous prizes, a ribcage hat, a femur flute, a dancing undead. Don't you love the spooky thrill? You can volunteer or I can kill. Either way, it's all the same. You'll rise again, improved by pain. Don't fear the dark, don't fear your doom. I'll tuck you snug in your tomb, then snap your back. New bone, new tone, ready to serve in my cobblestone throne. Welcome to the bone zone, where dying's just the entry fee. The bone zone, where skeletons dance professionally. Just sign your spine on the mercy loan. Kathleen welcomes you to the bone zone. Oh darling, come closer. Yes, there. See this scythe? It's purely for flair. Necromancers don't kill, we pre-adjust. A bit of death, a bit of trust. You'll be fine. Probably, maybe. Okay. No, but it's reversible. Probably. Rise, rise, join my undead prize. March, 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 till your joints go starch. Serve, serve in eternal bone reserve. When calls, obey the tone. Come on down to the bone zone. Welcome to the bone zone. You'll laugh, you'll scream, you'll moan. Welcome to the bone zone. Your corpse has never felt this at home. Once you're
How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Nightowl. It's okay, Yanuka. Man, you do whatever you want, brother. It's alright. Good morning. We got some fun stuff today. We got some AI reacts. We got some political stuff getting hot in the oh man, I can't think. I'm still sick. Pretty much the political shit's heating up, and I want to cover it. As you can see, we got a plethora of bullshit today. Start off with the returning homie, Crimson Thrill.
I was born with my back to the wall, but I learned how to stand up tall. They said, fall in line, kid, know your place. I smiled with the dirt still on my face. I took every laugh, every cheap blow, turned it into fire there they would never know. I never needed their permission, never kissed the ring, never learned to quit. I built these scars on busted streets with a bad luck heart and two tired feet. So don't tell me who I'm supposed to be, who to follow and what shall and shall not be. I don't need your crown, I don't need your crew. I got scars that taught me just what to do. I won't bow
Welcome in, Candy Jim. Welcome in.
that part. I keep my own name carved into my heart. And so when I'm still alive, I'm my own reason, my own fucking drive. No gods, no masters, no borrowed might. I made myself in the dead of the night. I watch them gather where the cowards crawl, selling out cheap just to feel tall. They all want a flag, want a place to catch a fall, but I'd rather burn than answer your call. I kept my head up high when the fires grew, kept myself far away, isolated. I don't wanna play every locked door, every dead end just gave me one more reason to begin again. So don't tell me who I'm supposed to be, who to follow and what shall and shall not be. I don't need your crown, I don't need your crew. I got scars that taught me just what to do. I won't bow down, I won't play that part. I keep my own name carved into my heart. Yeah, I'm standing tall and I'm still alive. I'm my own reason, my own fucking drive. No gods, no masters, no borrowed might. I made myself in the dead of the night. I don't run with the pack, I don't beg for the throne. I don't need your hand, I can walk alone. Every cut, every bruise, every long hard mile, put the steel in my spine, put the evil in my smile. I don't need your crown, I don't need your crew. I got scars that taught me just what to do. I won't bow down, I won't play that part. I keep my own name carved into my heart.
Welcome in, Jaded Vet. Always good to see you.
My own reason, my own fucking drive. No gods, no masters, no borrowed might. I made myself in the dead of the night.
Got the obligatory Vesper cameo. I know my boy well. Brother, this was kick-ass, man. This is such a strong return for this guy. I'm not going to spill the beans. I know exactly who this is, and I've always been a fan of his work. This is some good shit from Crimson Thrill. If you haven't already, go ahead and like, share, subscribe to him. I just like all of it, man. Like the nice comic style, like Kenny Jim says. His character design is really fucking cool. I like just the chaos going on. I like the general aesthetic of the backgrounds. I love all of the red lightning, the destruction. The message of the song is pretty clear too. It's just a clear fuck you to everybody. Good shit. Good visuals, good song. 10 out of 10. I like it. Now, I don't have all of them kind of synchronized. It's a little bit of like one after the other. There's some things peppered in that's not AI React. So we're just going to go down the list and see what's up. Now, if you don't know me, like, I'm not really a big fan of Nick Fuentes. I used to, like, you know, be okay with, like, some of the shit that he said, but, like, recently he's just kind of gotten unhinged. So, from the title of this, and, just the general, consensus of how he's been in, like, the past, like, year, I'm kind of curious as to what Liberal Hive Mind has to say about it. I was gonna say, it reminds me a lot of Infamous, but not a whole lot of people know that game. It's a really cool game. Like, if you haven't, it's about a guy that just gets superhero powers one day, lightning powers, and he just goes about doing shit. There's two endings. There's a good ending and a bad ending, but like the story of it is actually pretty cool.
Well, guys, I gotta tell you, I'm not surprised that we're here. You know, I think the writing's been on the wall, and really, we've slowly seen Nick Fuentes, especially over the last couple of weeks, and especially as his feud with Sneeko and everything going on there continues to escalate. Slowly but surely, he's been toning
Sneeko needs to be
down
deported.
his rhetoric. He's been attempting to moderate and insert more nuance into his analysis, and clearly trying to steer it back to a more productive path. And it's really no surprise why this is happening. I think Nick Fuentes is finally realizing the ugly monster that he helped create. To the shock of many, it appears that Nick Fuentes is backtracking. Let me show you guys what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so exactly like I said, we got a clip here going viral all over social media, which many people frankly can't even believe is real or is happening. Take a look at this.
What changed in 2024 and 2025 is it became really in vogue and really popular for people to talk about Jews in Israel in a negative way, also just to talk about conspiracies in general. Suddenly, that became the grift, and it attracted people that were looking for notoriety, people that were looking to build a social platform. How do we know this? Well, look at Jackson Hinkle. Jackson Hinkle, I think, gained like 3 million Twitter followers in 9 months. What explains the explosion in engagement for people criticizing Israel? No one's gonna like to hear this. You're going to call me a grifter, you're going to call me a shill, you're going to say controlled opposition, switch sides. Honest to God truth, this is the truth. Probably it was being driven from foreign countries and the left. That's just true. Why, oh why, all of a sudden...
I don't know about that, man. I think there's always been a negative sentiment toward Israel because, surprise, surprise, Israel does a lot of fucked up shit. And I mean, conspiracy theories have just been a thing forever. Like, it's not just within the last year. Like, I've always been conspiracy brained. Like, ever since I was a little kid. Like, always. Like, I've always questioned shit. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, man. Like, I don't believe the government. Never have, never will. Like, and if you do, if you think the government ever tells you the truth or has your best interest at heart, you're fucking retarded.
Did it become supercharged? If you criticize Israel on Twitter, boom, 100,000 likes. You could literally tweet Israel, 100,000 likes. Did everyone in America all of a sudden start hating Israel? Well, some people did, but I think it was driven in part, or maybe a lot, by the Muslim world, which is very engaged online because they were the ones at war with Israel, because Palestine is their regional cause. So I think a lot, like Jackson Hinkle, how many of his 3 million followers that he gained in those 9 months, how many of them came from the United States of America?
It's very true, Yunuka. Them allying with the actual anti-Semites is beneficial to the left, right? Like they are very much like anti-Israel, anti-Jew at this point. Like the left is like no better than the Nazis. Like their actual fucking intentions are really showing at this point in time. So I think it's funny that they're just like, all right, like, you know, we actually kind of need to get back to our roots here. And it's not really going too well for the left.
Take right now, what's the edgy take? What's the take that's going to get me the most notoriety? It's on Israel. It's joining the Israel critical cause, you know, being a Jew conspiracy theorist. They were milking it for everything it was worth. Here's what I mean by this. If tweeting Israel critical sentiment gets them engagement and money.
True, true. As long as the ADL exists, as long as speech is policed by Israeli forces, as long as all of these common issues are left unchecked, people will always be a little bit miffed at Israel. Like, in all honesty, like, everybody knows that I'm harsh, but I'm not anti-Semitic. My biggest gripe with Israel is all the funding that they get and all the military assistance that they get. And all they do is perpetuate shit. Like, we could have had peace multiple times over if not for Israel's gun-happy kind of view on the war that they're going through. Things could be a lot better if things just calm down. That's really it.
Like a mouse or a cat or any animal in one of these experiments, if they press a button and get a treat, they're trained that this is what they're going to do every single day. So if I'm an influencer on Twitter, how do I get my reward? How do I get my treat? I press the button every day. JFK said Hitler's spirit will rise from the grave. Israel. Jews did everything. And if we're not getting the same reward, press the button harder, press the button twice, press the button 12 times, slam the button. So it just got louder and louder. Oh, well, it started with, I think we should be able to criticize Israel. Then it turned into, well, Israel. Then it turned into, well, it's all Jews. Then it turns into, well, Hitler did nothing wrong. Then it turns into, Israel killed Charlie Kirk. Israel's behind ICE. Israel's why we extradited Maduro. And I think that basically that is what happened.
What I think's going on here is that he's realizing, in essence, how counterintuitive all of his efforts and his entire
the idea of
has
Israel
become
being
due to a
behind
lot of
ICE
the
is
shock
goofy as fuck.
tactics that Nick Fuentes uses, a lot of the hyperbole that he engages in. He's kind of helped build this extreme and oversimplistic anti-Israeli view. And look, I don't live in his brain.
I mean, like, I don't doubt that peace has been attempted, Yanuka. I'm just saying that, like, the whole thing is, like, biblical fucking, tomfoolery, right? Like, it's two parties that think that they have a biblical right to a certain, strip of land. And none of them are going to give up. That's all that is. It's not necessarily a negative thing on Israelis' part. It's just like it is what it is. Like, people are going to be fighting over the land because they want the land. The outcome of whatever treaty presented isn't entirely favorable to one side or the other. Like, they both want the biggest slice of the pie, and if they don't get the biggest slice of the pie, they're offended. I mean, if that's the case, then good on them. And, you know, it is what it is. Like, the fighting just needs to stop. Like, that's the thing. The war stops once the fighting stops. If they just if both sides just stop killing each other, great.
I don't know exactly what he was thinking. If you actually listen to him speak, especially when he's not engaging in the entertainment, persona that gets clipped up and shipped up on social media, when you listen to him do a sit-down interview, a long-form discussion, he tends to stick to more legitimate criticism of U.S. foreign policy and neoconservatism. Do I agree with absolutely everything that he says? No, of course not. But he does make some valid points and some valid criticisms. But on the flip side, he's also engaged in some edgy shock value rhetoric, and for the most part, I think the kind of low-hanging fruit, low-brow stuff is mostly what proliferates online more so than his more nuanced talking points. And I think that's the issue that he's realizing, is that the nuance has essentially been completely thrown out of the window. What might have started off as more legitimate, thoughtful analysis essentially devolved into complete brain-dead black and white narratives around Jews, oh, the Jews, the Jews. And now we're at a point where a lot of his followers, whether he likes it or not, following, for instance, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the instant gut reaction is, well, it must have been Israel behind it. There has to be a deep state Israeli plot behind, it appears, literally everything. And this has essentially opened the floodgates for two particular interest groups. First off, personally interested individuals, characters like Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, Ian Carroll. They saw the massive recognition and attention that Nick Fuentes was getting online. Again, just speaking factually, whatever your personal views are of Nick Fuentes, not relevant here. The fact of the matter is, over the last 2 years, I don't think anybody can deny the meteoric rise of Nick Fuentes. He went from a rather fringe political commentator to essentially one of the biggest and most influential voices in the online political space, and this is despite the fact that he's
I wouldn't necessarily call Nick Fuentes fringe. I mean, there was a reason why they've always been going after him. As much as I'd like to say he's just like some fucking weirdo on the internet, he's not. He has a massive following and kind of always has. It's because, for better or worse, he's kind of always been truthful in what he says. Yaduka, are you saying the deal was forged in 1967, or are you saying that, the borderline that they offered was drawn in 1967?
He's banned from many social platforms. This is him existing purely within the ecosystem of alternative media. Despite the forces against him, he's still a force to be reckoned with, and I think a lot of people saw that, and well, they wanted a piece of the pie. And of course, in comes the grift. When people realized that you could just say, Jews, and then backtrack from there with the most illogical, twisted, manipulative nonsense, well, it's basically ripe for the picking. And so in comes a whole slew, a whole grifter class, pushing all of these ridiculous conspiracies and scapegoat narratives. And then you've got the second crew, which I think amplifies the first, malign anti-Western foreign influence networks, mostly coming from the Islamic world, that saw the culture that was being created here as, again, ripe for the picking, perfect to advance their worldview. And this is where I think Nick Fuentes is realizing that he has made a tragic mistake, especially as his whole public fallout with Sneaky from Connecticut is playing out before all of us to see, otherwise known as Sneeko. Well, I think he's realizing that the culture that he helped create, well, it's kind of backfiring on his core mission statement now, isn't it? Since the beginning, his entire angle was that America was being manipulated into Israel's bidding. He had an interest in preserving the West, and the suggestion...
I mean, that's not wrong. That's not wrong. And, I say this all the time, it's not all Jews, it's not every single fucking Jew on the planet. It's a really small group of Jews that do not have anybody else's best interests at heart, but their small group of Jews. That's it. The Epstein class, the banking class, the people that own all of the news networks and the entertainment industry. That's what I'm talking about.
Was that Israeli influence was attempting to undermine that, and not only that, but essentially influence American culture, American economic power, and military power to, quote, do its bidding. And I think that was especially true when it comes to Iran. That's the statement we always hear, that any action on the Iranian regime, it couldn't possibly be a justified act in the pursuit of American interests, but rather a spawn of Israeli lobbying and influence peddling to do their bidding in the Middle East. That's been the framing, that any aggressive posture towards Iran is evidence that we are controlled by a foreign power. But here's the counterintuitive part. By relentlessly pushing that narrative and radicalizing people into the extreme, you kind of end up on the flip side of the coin. By feeding into these narratives, you end up doing Iran's bidding, if you think about it, the entire Islamic world's bidding. The more you help push all of these brain-dead anti-Israel sentiments, this no-nuance black and white perspective on Jews, the more you play into their hands, you feed into the exact coalition that Iran and its little terrorist and Islamist world proxies parties have been trying to build for years. I like to call it the unholy alliance, an alliance of radical leftists, third world activists, Islamist sympathizers that need Israel to be painted as the boogeyman, and by extension, painting under that same red light the broader Western coalition and its interests. And just thinking about that particular dynamic, well, you start to think what could possibly be more anti-American.
What's up, Kitsuragi? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good morning.
And advancing its interests. And well, I think that realization has been made. And I gotta tell you, for someone like Nick, who's really, I mean, really painted himself in a certain light and decided to die on that hill, the fact that it appears he's willing to realize that he made a mistake, that it's all gone too far, I think that in essence does kind of paint a picture of redemption, an aura of authenticity. You know, it's not something we're seeing the most extreme grifters even entertain, but he is. And again, whether you like him or hate him, what's happening here is clearly a good thing. It's a move in the right direction, and I think some credit is due. Anyways, that's what I got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
This one's gonna be good. This one's from Nova Nakura. This is somebody I fucks with heavy on Twitter. Jokingly and endearingly, this is my baby mama. I love her to death. She's a really fun person. If you don't already, go ahead and follow her on Twitter. Under the same handle, follow her YouTube. Let me just get the link so I can link it to you guys. Boink. Get out there. Alright. Let me pull Kick Chat up. There we go. Alright. Now onwards with it. It's good, Kitsuragi. It's always good to chill.
Lights go out, but you stay awake, and every silence starts you shaking. Every shadow knows your name. Every night's the fucking same. You keep telling me I'm broken. Every promise left unspoken. Dragging chains I can't outrun. Even when the daylight comes, you wear my face. You know my fears. You speak in memories I've carried for years. There's a voice in my head, keeping me awake again. Every word's another echo, pulling me back where I've been. There's a voice in my head, whispering I'll never change. Sick of always playing this game, and you don't own me. Every victory feels borrowed. Every sunrise hides tomorrow. You keep living in the cracks, and you're trying to pull me back. You tell me I don't deserve this. Every dream is counterfeit, but I've started seeing through you, and I know you're full of shit. You're made of doubts. You're made of pain, but every time I stand back up, you lose your grip again. There's a voice in my head, keeping me awake again. Every word's another echo, pulling me back where I've been. There's a voice in my head, whispering I'll never change. Sick of always playing this game, and you don't own.
This is actually pretty badass. The combat's like really conducive. I like it. Yeah, boy, that was fucking kick-ass. I liked it. I have like just a few gripes, nothing like major. And there's just like some small inconsistencies with like character. What's the word? God, I hate streaming and being sick. My brain is not firing on all CPUs. Essentially just like the follow through with character design. Like sometimes it's a little different with like her main design almost never changes, but like the entity that she's fighting like has some costume changes here and there. And I mean that's not really a bad thing, and like sometimes it's not even really noticeable. But like it's there sometimes, and you know, the, like, see right there, like, that's an entirely different design than what she, kind of intended, I think. But all in all, like, you know, it was pretty high quality. I like the song. I like, definitely like the subject matter and the character designs of, like, both versions of her. And it's honestly really cool. I like the whole narrative of conquering your own self-doubt and your own inner fears and your own, like, kind of like voice inside your head that puts you down and keeps you from doing the things you want to do. That shit's cool. I like it. All in all, very great work. If you don't already, like I said, go ahead and follow her, like, share, subscribe. I linked her in the chat. Let's be nice and leave her a comment. Alright, on to the next one. The next one's Bupela.
Bupela should be coming by.
Brother.
Hey Rana, Bupela should be coming by shortly, just letting you know.
Oh, okay. Let's head out and meet up with her.
Man, I kind of want to say that was just like an AI voiceover, but I know Bupela actually like is employed by Leaflet, so I don't know if he was able to like get her to like get a voice clip or what, but that shit's funny as hell.
Hey, Bupela. Good to see you.
Oh, hey, Rana. Hope you're doing well.
I'm doing all right. Just chilling and living. Want to come in for some dinner?
Sure thing. I appreciate it.
The fucking Miku voice kills me, bro. Got Lusty Links off in the fucking hinterlands here.
Wow, that was actually pretty fun.
Come on, Lusty. I don't have all day here. Let's keep moving.
We got Chikage walking up on other Chikage, and I imagine that's probably like Velasco and looks like maybe Feeble. Oh. Who's that douchebag? I have no idea who the fuck he is. Hell yeah, we got my boy Eustace too, Velasco in his bird form. No idea who any of these people are. My boy Nalith Eaton. Brother, is that Happy fighting Ip Man?
Looks like you're learning well, my student.
Meow.
Oh man, are we finally getting more of the Femsen saga?
Jason! The queen has been kidnapped!
Jason got up and said, "What the fuck?" Delta Wolf, and I think that's his wife.
Oh well.
It's badass. Ruin Greer. DJ stealing everybody's prompts. It's funny as fuck. I just gotta say it though, that was absolute cameo slop, man. All he was doing was trying to pander to large name VTubers, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was no heart and soul to it. It was all just grifting and clout chasing to these big VTubers, you know. Gotta channel my old Don P. Bongwater. He did abandon the horse. Fuck that horse. Alright, speaking of fucking Delta Wolf, we got some more Delta Wolf going on. Now, if you don't know who Delta Wolf is, he is positively one of the most cracked fucking AI sloptometrists there is. And I mean sloptometrist as in just the title that we all go by. Like, this dude is absolutely cracked with everything he does. You'll see, like, he has this side of him, and then the next video we're gonna watch shows a completely different side of his skill. And I find it absolutely freaking hilarious how good this man is at everything he does.
fear night stands again. Hold his hand, my heart. Obeying my way fell. As I lay down. 私どこにいるの？
被験体7番船長プロトギー開始。
その程度？
Yo, that shit was awesome. But all of his effects that he used, all of that was like baked into the AI generation too. Like all the freaking ping ponging and oh, it's a little too far back. Like all this stuff, like how they're bouncing off of each other with the shock waves and zigzagging through the sky and all that stuff. That's such a hard effect to get, man. I tried to do this earlier with another Jin, and it just did not come out well at all. Let me see if I could pull up my Higgs field and show you guys. Oh, man. Brother, what is this? Watch this. This was me trying to replicate the same effect, and it just did not go too well. This is also like the shittier of the two Jins. This one's probably the better one, but it's still not great. Like it didn't even do like the shock wave effects that I wanted at all. And like look how these prompts go, man. Like they're just so lengthy and freaking ridiculous, and it's so expensive to actually Jin this way. And yeah, if you don't get it right within like the first couple tries, like you're just kind of wasting your time. But anyway, that was Delta Wolf. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe. I linked him in the chats, so go ahead and give my boy some love. He does some good work. You'll see in the next one, too, that he's just, like, really narrative-brained. It's crazy. Now, full disclosure, I watched this one on a stream with Eustace the other day. And we all like sung its praises. It's such a great animation, and it's so coherent, conducive, and like connected to itself. It's crazy. Just watch this shit. Let it speak for itself. See what I mean? Like, inside you, there are two Delta Wolves. You gotta decide which one they'll let out. In this case, he lets both of them out on a case-by-case basis. You see what I mean about, like, this animation, though? And, like, just how, like, connected to itself it is? Like, look at this part, like, right before, like, she meets the unicorn. She's just zigzagging over the freaking river. And, like, it's just connected to itself. Like, she gets flowers caught in her hair. The flowers react to her presence around her. She's, like, zigzagging over the rivers. You can see her reflection in the water. It's so good. Guarantee you, if I didn't tell you that this was AI generated, you would think this was done by, like, some professional anime artist. Like, no way you would ever peg this for AI animation. And once again, that's my boy Delta Wolf. If you haven't already, go ahead and give him a like, share, subscribe. He's really good at what he does. This one's another Crimson Thrill one.
Well, some people saying, what can be done? There comes solution, beating like a drum. The softest voice, to your dismay. Take a violent path that's here to stay. Punk rock for you, I'm headed your way. I'm on the prowl, you're a kill. Yeah, baby, I chase the thrill. Only plan left is to subvert and destroy. Ain't no one fooled by your fucking ploy. Nuclear blast, it ain't no surprise. You fucked around and now I ride around. You're a kill. Yeah, baby, I chase the thrill. I'm counted out, but really on top. A punk rock rebel, unable to stop. Your stupid face all rearranged. Watch out, baby, like a hell to raise. I'm on the prowl for a kill. Yeah, baby, I chase the thrill. Yeah, on the prowl. Yeah, baby.
I love how you can tell in this one that he was just trying hard to perfect that style that he had in the last one.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's my boy Crimson Thrill. If you haven't already, go ahead and check him out. He does good shit. What is this shit? Oh, it's a leaflet video. Who the fuck is Leaflet? Alright, we'll figure this out.
It's over by Rev. It's over.
It's Jover.
I'm screwed. Guys. Hold on, I got this.
It's Leaflet Jover.
No, they're big mad.
Oh no.
So in this video, I'm be talking about the leaflet situation, or
Am I
as
getting
Asmongold
canceled?
would say, the leaflet situation.
I
But
don't
this
wanna
is
get
someone
canceled
who
by
I'm sure
Rev.
most of you are aware of. We have a very overlapping audience.
Live TV automation. I saw something like that. I don't know if it works though. I don't know if it works quite well. I was looking at that earlier. If that's the one I'm thinking of. If this is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, if this is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I don't know. Alright.
But it comes to me with a very heavy heart that things have gone too far.
Oh,
That's
God.
right. Leaflet has gone too far, and I'm going to join the countless ankle-biting,
Trending
100-follower,
Leaflet? What?
virtue-signaling V-tweeters who are currently attacking her to the point of trending on Twitter.
Oh,
Why, you ask?
what am I
Why
gonna do?
such a big shakeup,
What am I
Rev?
gonna
Well,
do?
I want to be on the right side of history. That's right. Because
Oh
all
my
the
goodness.
good people, these self-proclaimed good people, are
Oh,
very
no.
mad at Leaflet for reasons
Yeah,
that'll
we
be
had a good
very
run, guys.
obvious in just a second. So, what did Leaflet do in this situation? Well, she has provided means to make VTubing more accessible. Yes, that is her.
Ah, yes. That was my plan all along.
It's kind of wild how mad people are over this little program she's made. And honestly, it's a pretty freaking great program. Like, if you haven't looked into it, essentially it's an entirely AI-generated, automated PNG platform. But it's there's like a mix of like live 2D into it as well. Like, it's able to do like face and eye tracking and stuff, so it moves with your mouth and your eyes and like your head movement. But it's a PNG kind of, and you're able to like rig all these like emotes into it to do all kinds of crazy shit. And like you can have transitions as well. So like when you go from like one movement to the next, it might do something crazy. Like, for example, one of Leaflet's examples was a magical girl version of herself that transformed. It went from normal Leaflet and it had like this really crazy transformation animation, and then it would like be like, boom, magical girl Leaflet. Crazy work, man. I can't wait to get my hands on it.
They have caught me. They understand that my machinations to make VTubing accessible to everyone.
Irredeemable crime. Now, this comes in the context of a very loud debate in the VTubing scene about AI. And people, as we've seen, are virtue signaling about this. It's mostly nobody VTubers and VTweeters who have very strong opinions about this subject.
Look at fucking Taka Sarah there in
You're not a
the
VTuber,
well, you
you're
probably
not a
can't see it
content
because of the
creator, and
chat.
you're even a terrible
Fucking Taka Sarah
I
in
will
the
release this program
the main
unless
icons.
you
It's
give
funny.
me $1 million.
person forever using AI. Now, Leaflet, who has used AI to produce some very funny content, music videos, etc., came out with something very useful, a very useful tool. And if it's not obvious already, I'm being very facetious when I say I'm canceling or disavowing Leaflet, okay? But
Because
she
I'm the one
says
that
this,
takes
I'm making a
prizes in
program
it.
that is a bridge between PNG tubing and live 2D.
Yes, it is, a
It's called
bridge.
Adventurer. You can
Yep.
make a model in less than 30 minutes and add new emotes.
And for those of you that don't understand what I meant by bridge, what I meant by bridge is that you're supposed to use it on your way to getting a live 2D. Yeah, It's another option. It's not like live 2D literally.
In less than 5. And she
Does one build a bridge to the same spot?
presented this video showing off the software, and this is a really great thing. For those who don't know, PNG tubing is when you literally have a PNG still image while you're waiting to get a 2D live VTuber model, okay? That's kind of the entry point for a lot of people before they get into VTubing. But Leaflet, free of charge and by your own efforts, is providing a tool to bridge that gap. And a lot of people are very appreciative of this. Banana Juju saying, Leaf working her magic and changing VTubing forever. We love to see it. I am nothing but amazed of everything she has accomplished so
Guys, I gotta be real with you. I gotta be real with you. This isn't like a miracle cure, okay? Guys, you guys are overhyping this shit. Like a little, you're overhyping it a little bit, okay, guys? We gotta temper our expectations here, okay? It is a program that lets you have animated pictures, and the animated pictures connect via emotional tracking or hotkeys. It's literally Fugi plus. So if you took Fugi, but you made it like a little bit better. That's it.
far. Here's another one saying, man, if I had this when I was PNG tubing, the system I came up with,
Still good though, still fucking good. I still love using it, honestly. It's great. You gotta make a model like really fast. Oh, I got a collab tomorrow, and I would love to have a cool outfit all dressed up. Boom, you just instantly make it. Yeah, it's great.
OBS hotkeys and a ton of animated GIFs I paid for. This looks way more user-friendly. Here's another one saying, Leaflet really
I
is
made
a
it user-friendly
creator
as
for people.
possible.
First, she makes a TTRPG Angel Sword for free, and it gets constant updates.
That game's actually
Boy,
good,
Simply
by the way.
John up there.
So that
Crazy.
game I'm actually very proud of. It's very good. We have a lot of people working on it now. It's pretty great. Speaking of which, I have to work on the patch for that because the patch has been delayed because of me.
Now she is making this for free. If this is what Quangos mean when they say someone is a grifter, we need more grifters. I cannot...
Okay, but am I a grifter or am I a gifter? Maybe they just spelled it wrong. Maybe they just spelled it a little bit wrong, you know?
wait to try it. And here's another one saying, Leaf out here
It's my boy
casually
Pasta.
destroying the VGen Mafia.
Damn, all the homies
She's
are getting
releasing
fucking
it
noticed.
for free.
Dude, I've never heard of this.
General
VGen
Gravy.
Mafia. What's the VGen Mafia? Dude, everyone talks about the VGen Mafia. Like, what is this? I've heard multiple people talk about the VGen Mafia. What's the VGen Mafia, chat? What is that? Leaflet being a better communist than the people who claim to be pro-communist? Yeah, are you telling me that I seized the means of production and gave it to the people? And they're upset about it? Damn, I'm a fucking commie. Unreal. Again, thank you for that. Thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you. Angels for RPG is awesome. Gifter, thank you again. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Riggers, as in VTuber riggers, are quaking right now.
Dirty fucking
And yes,
riggers.
they are. To the point of Leaflet trending on Twitter.
Damn.
And of course, when a VTuber, a problematic one like Leaflet, is trending,
I'm very
it brings
problematic.
out the Quangos, as mentioned in the previous post.
Them
Who are
Quangos.
here to virtue signal. But I want to start with this post from Leaflet showing a screenshot that really encapsulates this entire debate.
I love this
One person
screenshot.
mad at
It's so
Leaflet,
peak.
quoting her, saying, more AI in the VTuber space, a big
Dude, can
slap.
you believe it though? It was so peak. Like, dude, X really cooked with this one. I didn't like line those up, by the way, if you weren't wondering. I didn't line it up. If you look at the bottom, it says discover more sourced from across X. That was X. X made this happen.
Slap in the face to customizable model makers, asset makers, riggers, artists, etc. And then in the related Discover More tab that was attached underneath.
Yeah, so just to be very clear, I see people in Kick talking about the system. So the weaknesses that the system has is it just doesn't have full rigging. So obviously, like, you know, if you move your head to... Well, Hold up. Honestly, chat, I could do that. I could make it so that it could track left, right, up, down movement. I could do that, but then there'd be like a lot of videos to make. There'd be like a lot. You'd have to make like an idle state, and then you'd have like probably a 4-second idle like loop with like neutral, and then you would have to do like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 positions, and then like, but it would look cool. Maybe I'll add that just because it would look really cool. It would really cool. It'd really make people shit themselves if I did that. It would really make people shit themselves if I did that. Maybe I should. Maybe it should as a proof of concept. Yeah, just like if you want to put a little bit more work into it, I could totally do that. But
Damn, this shit's 44 minutes long.
Fuck, what was I saying? Right. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Yeah. The differences. So it's not good at like doing actual like positional tracking like this, and obviously it stutters, right? It's got a little bit of that stutter, and the reason why it has a stutter is because it's transitioning between two different states, right? There's like different moving PNGs, and they're not aligned because they're whatever you want. You can make it more aligned if you do less movement. So it's really up to you, right? Do you want more personality or do you want more smooth animations? You gotta pick one or the other, and it's really up to you which one you want. Now, that being said, what are the strengths of
Keen has this, right? But like I think Keen kind of like rushed his a little bit and didn't really polish like what he was trying to do. I was watching his stream last night, and like the whole thing is good. Do not get me wrong. Like he did good work. But like I couldn't help but notice that like his main loop idle, like where he's just sitting there not talking, not doing anything, had this weird filter on it. I wasn't sure if it was like the lighting or like what, but like it looked a little scrunched, and it had like this weird like lighting filter on it that just like kind of took it away from like the rest of the model. But it was still really freaking good. Keen does amazing freaking work.
it? Absolute speed. I can make a model for this insanely fast. Nowadays, now I can probably do it in like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I could do like a completely custom thing. Also, the animations are really cool. Like it's got sound effects, and it's got really cool animations because they're fully like animated custom animations. They look really cool when you do them. It feels really good to use them, like from my point of view. Some people might say that it looks like ugly. I don't think so. I think they look great personally.
That same VTuber says, I put in a commission request for PNG VTuber on VGen, and no word back after a week. Not even a message. Ugh. So I canceled it. I'm upset. It was so cute. And there you have it, right? People are literally trying to virtue signal and cancel Leaflet for providing a free AI-based tool.
Damn.
While providing an alternative that they're upset about themselves because it's not working out. At the end of the day, a lot of people would like to work with more artists, but it's very pricey, or they're getting canceled and their request denied because of
it's a headache.
Wrong think.
Like, I'm gonna be real, you spend a lot of time and a lot of worry, like a lot of mental like fatigue, just basically begging artists to actually do the thing. I'm gonna be honest, it's guys. And by the way, all the people that want to tell me that I hate artists, I spend over $50,000
Understandable.
on artists. Ask Julio, ask Rana, ask my mom.
So many artists refuse to work with people for their political beliefs or being problematic, what have you. But a tool like that provided by Leaflet gets rid of all that. It gets rid of the virtue signaling because it's a very real thing. A lot of people want to work with artists, but artists have made it very...
Yeah, but it's going to be sick, guys. Wait till you see it when it comes out. When it comes out, you're going to be like, fuck, that was worth it. Well, we got like music and stuff, right? Like we've got our music, we've got like the stuff for we got like...
Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have limited time today because I have to work at like 3 in the 3 yeah, I guess you could call it afternoon, 3 p.m. So I'm gonna move on to some of the next videos because I kind of want to cover the majority of my playlist today. And I'm pretty sure everybody who watches me also watches like literally everybody else in my kind of radius. So we all know what's going on with this leaflet thing, right? And we all think it's really cool. So I think we've covered the gist of this. This is like a 44-minute video, almost 45. So I don't want to waste like a whole like hour on this video when I have little time to actually stream today. So I want to move on to the next video, cover some political topics, cover the rest of the shit that I have lined up. Maybe if I have more time tomorrow, we'll hop back in at the timestamp of 12:53 and pick back up tomorrow. Yeah? Alright.
I just left the 4th District Courthouse in Provo, Utah, where the Charlie Kirk pre-trial hearings have just concluded. I was in the courthouse for all of them at the invitation of Erica Kirk. We've been friends with Charlie and the Kirk family for a very long time. She asked my wife and I to come out. And I need to explain something to you because I think it is critical for the greater public to understand what I just witnessed. The judge ordered that the cameras in the courthouse be turned off for us to watch the high-definition, high-quality version of this video.
I don't get why they're trying to like hush this all under wraps. Like if they really cared about public sentiment and how things are going with this thing, they would show everything. This is what makes people think that it's all like phony and fraudulent, is that like they're just trying to be all like freaking quiet about it. And this is like one of the most high profile assassinations since JFK. I don't think anybody has been like offed in such a capacity since then. And Charlie Kirk wasn't even president. He was just a thought leader. So that's saying something. And the fact that they're trying to, like, sweep this all under the rug and cover it up just breeds all these conspiracy theories. All the people that are like, oh, Israel did it. Oh, Erica Kirk was in on it. Blah, 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 blah. Like, this is why. This is why. Like, just be transparent, be honest, be forthcoming. And none of that shit would exist.
Filmed that shows security camera, and it's being filmed from a long ways away. It's a small courthouse, but the camera that's filming this television screen, not only does it distort the security camera footage, but it also is at least 100 feet away from the screen itself. And so what you are seeing here is like a 720p aspect ratio version quality of what they have. And the judge ordered us all to watch the full high-definition security footage, 4K, that exists of Tyler Robinson murdering Charlie Kirk. I was able to see it myself, maybe 7 feet away from me.
Okay, but like, did you watch footage of Tyler Robinson pulling the fucking trigger on that gun? Or did you watch him walking through a fucking hallway? That's what people want to know, because there's no footage, as far as I know, of the man actually pulling the fucking trigger holding the gun, and that's where all the questioning lies. Because none of it makes sense unless there's, like, legitimate footage of the man pulling the fucking trigger.
Was the screen. They rolled in a screen for the family to watch. This was a request from the family's attorney. The criticisms of this video is that you can't see his face, and you can't make out the license plate, and you can't see much detail. Well, let me tell you that having seen it myself in person, the state's case is overwhelming and demonstrable. You can see every bit of the license plate number. You can watch the enhanced version where they zoom in on the rooftop to show Tyler Robinson running across the top of the Low-C building, lining it up perfectly with the shot that.
But is there footage of him pulling the trigger?
And something else.
Is there footage of him pulling the trigger?
But I saw him. For 3.5 hours, I sat 10 feet away from Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson, I don't know how to describe this. He never made eye contact, never turned around in his chair, never faced the family. Erica tells me he's never looked at the family, not once. He just stared at the ground while this video was playing in 4K, while the courthouse gasped at seeing this in its full resolution. I'm telling you, it's like it is.
Hey, Penny, welcome in, welcome in.
Will be released, just not yet. Tyler Robinson is.
Yeah, they're gonna release it after.
Looks like he hasn't been eating.
They're gonna release it after they come to a verdict and actually execute the kid, and it's probably gonna show like literally no damning evidence, because this is how the government does shit. This is how they tried to do shit with Lee Harvey Oswald, but he was fucking murdered in front of the courthouse. The thing is like, unless there is like full bore footage of Tyler Robinson pulling the trigger, I do not believe the government narrative whatsoever, like at all. Like, I'm sorry. Call me whatever the fuck you want, but I just don't believe it.
You could see Tyler Robinson's bones through his suit. Tyler Robinson looked sickly. It looked like the weight of what he has done.
If you haven't noticed, there's kind of a reason why I've stopped watching Benny Johnson, because I think he's a little bit of a fraud.
Has been pressed upon him. And that's what the testimony of Lance Twiggs yesterday revealed, that he's sorry for what he did, that he wished he hadn't done it. That's the testimony. And that he was trying to kill himself. That's what he said to his parents, who were also not too far from me. But while this video was playing, something that I think you needed, that no one could see, but that everybody needs to hear about, and that I have permission to share, is that Erica Kirk was in a ball of tears in the shoulder of Charlie's mother. And Charlie's mother was crying on Erica. It was so painful to watch this in 4K. It was so tough to watch this video, and they blacked out and they blurred some of the video here. To see the full high definition is so damning. And that's the position of the prosecution. The position of the prosecution is this case is a slam dunk.
Why the fuck would they black out or censor evidential video in court? That makes no fucking sense. Why are people buying this shit?
That we have overwhelming empirical and demonstrable evidence that this is
you're censoring shit. You haven't shown any footage of him actually pulling the trigger. There's no evidence, none whatsoever. I'm sorry. Like,
that the court and a jury will convict and will
you have evidence to convict him of running across the rooftop. Like, that's what you have evidence of.
Tyler Robinson to the electric chair or to a firing squad, which is, by the way, legal in Utah. There are multiple situations that would merit a firing squad in Utah. Some states don't have that, but Utah does. And so I need to sort of couch the full picture of what it was like inside of the courthouse. Because what you see online here is, a really tough and incomplete approximation of all of the evidence the defense has. I'm sorry, all of the evidence that the prosecution has. The evidence has the defense has no evidence. And even the video like with Lance Twiggs,
this isn't released to the public. This is what they're putting out in the courtroom.
Has been blocked by the judge, who did everything in the pre-trial, before the trial got going today, did everything to effectively, ensure that there was going to be extreme protections on the media and security and secrecy. And while we can see clips like this, and I'm thankful for that, the judge certainly errs on the side of the constitutional rights of Tyler Robinson, weighing them against media and the First Amendment. There was a First Amendment lawyer there for the media that was interrupting and asking, obviously, for as much access as could possibly be given. Like, for instance, the judge didn't allow the screens to be filmed today.
What's up, Maru?
That's not a permanent ruling. That's what he ruled today.
I mean, like, if evidence in court is censored, like, what kind of evidence is that? Let me show you a black square and tell you that it's fucking Muru assassinating Feeble Mind. Like, would you believe that? Like, it's black footage. But it's trust me, under there, under the black square is Muromao killing Feeblemind. Believe me.
Is Lance Twiggs just say that Tyler Robinson admitted to doing this murder 7 times. Text messages, multiple times. A handwritten note, multiple times. Admitted to him multiple times that he did this and that he's sorry about it.
We had a lot of evidence suggesting that Lee Harvey Oswald actually killed JFK too, but then we later, 80 years later, got, a total admission from the government that the fucking CIA did it. I don't believe these fucking people for one moment. And Benny Johnson covering this shit in the way he's doing it without asking any real fucking questions, he's one of them.
Admitted to his parents when he turned himself in, and then eventually turning himself in, admitting to law enforcement. And so I would ask, as you watch and as you interpret this for yourself, please hang tight for the full evidence. Please hang tight for what is about to be revealed to the public. Do not be on the side of the demons tormenting the Kirks. It is, first off, immoral and unchristian to do this to a widow.
Now he's just grandstanding. He's trying to emotionally manipulate people into believing this shit, and all they're showing is this dude walking through corridors and walking upstairs. That's all the evidence that's ever been released, is the fact that this guy happened to be around. Right? I don't believe he actually pulled the trigger. I believe he's a patsy. I believe he's a Lee Harvey Oswald, right? He might be there. He might be the one being convicted. And it's all a show trial. The real killer, the real organization that took out Charlie Kirk is still out there uninhibited. Probably because it's a government agency. I don't believe Tyler Robinson just cooked up this whole idea. I think he's just a fucking, he's just a fucking front.
Tormenting them and spinning lies, evidence-free lies about them is not how you treat a widow. But then don't be on the wrong side. You saw yesterday that everybody who's been making up these evidence-free, spurless claims was destroyed. That every single theory, conspiracy theory, I hate even to use that term.
How?
Because everything's a theory.
How? Because of the footage of him walking through corridors?
Yesterday.
How?
And I saw it for myself.
Did you see footage of him pulling the trigger? Did you see footage of him holding the gun and pulling the trigger? Notice how he hasn't said that. Notice how he has not said that phrase. He has not said that he watched footage of him pulling the trigger. He just says there's footage of him. That's crazy. People really believe this shit? Yeah, it's AI generated bullshit.
And I'm saying this, I know that I have a pre-existing relationship with the Kirks, and I worked with Charlie for close to a decade, but I'm saying this as a human being, as a father myself, as a husband to myself. For the love of God, have mercy on them. End the torment. Eliminate your capacity to be deceived or tricked into things.
Emotional grandstanding. Look. Emotional grandstanding and fucking heartstring pulling is not evidence, Benny Johnson. You're a fucking hack. I'm gonna just say it right now. If you're actually making this video with all seriousness and you're saying, oh, I've seen the evidence, and meanwhile you're just playing the footage that everybody else in the world has seen of this man just walking through public spaces. Yeah, sure, he might have had the gun. He might have been part of the operation, but this man is not the fucking killer. I swear to fucking God, there's no way. Unless you have evidence, unless you have the footage, which, honestly, there should be footage of this man pulling the fucking trigger. There's just... I don't believe it. And the very fact that you're sitting here with your show and your audience and just emotionally fucking appealing to this. No evidence, you're just being emotional. Oh, you shouldn't treat a widow like this. Oh, God fucking feels this way about it. You're fucking retarded. I'm sorry. I used to really like Benny Johnson, but the more and more this shit drags on and the more I see him just, sucking government cock, Like, he's a fraud. He's a phony. He's a fake. Like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Come at me.
The video that I saw, you were able to see plainly him get up on the roof, crawl across the roof, and fire the weapon. You were able to see it.
There we go. So
Yes,
where's the footage?
cameras were closer, but when they
Where's the
enhance
footage?
Images, it's obvious what's happening.
Where's the footage?
And I saw it myself. And so I beg of you, please pray for a speedy trial, pray for justice, and let's continue to tell the truth on this channel, especially now that we have the evidence out. All right. Like, share, and subscribe for more updates, for more truth. It's your boy Benny, reporting from Utah. See ya.
He said it all of like once at the very end of the video, like it was just like a really quick closing snippet that he should cover. I still don't believe it until I see the footage. And like the thing is like I think even if they release the footage, there's really not going to be anything admissible. It's just going to be him laying there, or like, you know, just it's going to be a blob, a pixelated blob, and like I don't think you could really admit that in court.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. And here's the meme of the day, brought to you by FiveMind.com. Well, it looks like the Antifa cloak of invulnerability is finally losing its luster, losing its power. This whole notion of Antifa being a decentralized organization, it's basically a peer-to-peer terrorist network that runs totally organically and grassroots. It's just all happening in simultaneous natural order. Well, it's all finally coming to an end. And finally, these organizations are being treated the way that they deserve. These useful idiot terrorist scumbags have spent years running around terrorizing communities in black hoodies, firebombing stuff, attacking people in the streets, while pretending none of it's organized. But the reality is, folks, that Democrat billionaires, as well as Democrat organizations, have been financing this entire operation. And all these notions of decentralization have simply been a cover story. And now finally comes the judicial crackdown. The Trump administration is announcing a full-blown effort to dismantle these organizations, to finally break them apart and go after the organizational and funding source. The crackdown on these Antifa terror cells begins. Let me show you guys what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so we got this announcement from the State Department. Take a look.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio is focusing in now on U.S. counterterrorism efforts here at home and around the globe. Right now, the State Department is focusing on what it is calling far-left political terrorism. This carried out by groups that fall under that Antifa umbrella. Rubio is convening next week here a group of senior ministers from more than 60 countries. He has invited them to Washington, hoping to crack down on far-left terrorism, which the department now tells us has surged in the U.S. and Europe since as far back as 2016.
What's up, Hatter?
Far-left political terrorism has been a threat that existed for a very long time, but it has gone unaddressed. And we're making sure that we solve that problem. The terrorist actions that those groups are taking, including kidnappings, including the targeting of critical infrastructure. That's what we're focusing on.
President Trump designated Antifa a domestic terrorist organization in a 2025 executive order. Then last December, Secretary Rubio slapped foreign terror labels on 4 European groups aligned with Antifa, and he said to expect more.
If the group's involved in firebombing, if there's anybody involved in, activities such as that could potentially inspire or lead to violence in the United States, we're going to designate them.
Officials tell us they have, over the past year, quote, taken unprecedented steps to dismantle transnational far-left and anarchist terrorism. They also say since the October 7th Hamas terror attack on Israel, these far-left groups have increasingly converged with anti-Semitic groups like Hamas, the Muslim Brotherhood, and Iran-backed actors.
These are bad people. These are people that want to destroy our country. We're not going to let it happen.
Honestly, probably the best news I've heard all day, especially considering what we've been covering over the last however many years. From the summer of riots, the murder of Daniel Anderson, to Charlie Kirk getting murdered in front of our very eyes, then moving into the Tesla fire bombings, the Tesla arson attacks, and the anti-ICE riots that turned deadly on multiple occasions. Oh, and how could I forget the almost deadly ambush on the Texas ICE facility? It's about time these ridiculous notions of Antifa just being an idea, a myth, as Jerry Nadler said.
Mummy, what's up? Pleasure seeing you here.
That's happening in Portland right now. That's
a myth.
that's being spread only.
Doing alright, brother. We just watching some political shit.
Antifa doesn't exist. It's an ideology.
Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you gotta be
not
kidding.
militia.
It's complete BS. These people are organized, they're coordinated, and they've essentially been running terrorist insurgency operations in the country for years. They're taking advantage of the First Amendment, the right to protest and peaceably assemble. They claim that's all they're doing. They're just social activists, engaging in their First Amendment right on the streets, and the little acts of terror and things that are happening, that has nothing to do with them. No, these are totally isolated incidents. A fringe.
I think it's funny how they always use that old, like, World War II imagery. But, like, the boys that fought against the fascists in World War II would notice you right away for the Nazi brown shirts that you fucking are. And, just never align with you.
Element that's totally out of their control, but at this point nobody is buying that crap anymore, especially after everything we uncovered during the ICE riots. These groups were exposed as using encrypted apps and chat groups. We've infiltrated their live communications, logging ICE vehicles and license plates, stalking ICE officers across multiple states with live communicated coordination, sending groups to ambush federal officers. These are highly organized
Survival possible. What are you, like, at work right now, or are you streaming yourself?
Undeniable at this point is that you cannot achieve that level of organizational success without massive funding and organizational structures.
I think that's funny, because, like, I usually send all my people your way when I'm done streaming.
Democrat NGO groups that are funding all this stuff. Again, we've covered many of the NGOs and groups behind all the anti-ICE terror cells, the fact that many Democrat staffers and prominent people within the Democrat Party were involved in these chat groups and organizational means. Then, of course, tracking the money to major Democrat donors and Chinese communist puppet masters like Mr. Singham.
This morning, the Justice Department is investigating a controversial financier for funding radical far-left groups in the U.S. Neville Roy Singham is an American expatriate, a wealthy businessman who has been living in China and pouring money into groups with pro-communism, anti-Israel, and
Understandable. What'd you make for dinner?
The Justice Department is looking into potential wire fraud, bank fraud, and also money laundering from his Shanghai-based network to several shell companies, including $278 million that went to his wife's group, Code Pink, as well as the People's Forum and more. Now, Fox News is reporting Singham's network includes 223 transactions, transferring $591 million through 67 groups across 5 continents to push pro-China messaging.
This is a well-funded, well-organized destabilization campaign meant to thrust the country into chaos and inevitably into a full-blown violent street-level revolution. Not what the leftist media
Oh yeah, I
portrays
love
as just a
lasagna.
few
Lasagna is
jobbers,
great.
Just a few unemployed Redditors on the streets engaging in their First Amendment right. It's an international terrorist organization and it should be treated as such. And we saw the first piece of success just last month as the terror cell that engaged in that Texas ambush on that ICE facility got completely uncovered and dismantled, and now pretty much every single one of those individuals involved sentenced to hefty time behind bars, with the ringleader of that particular cell now in prison for 100 years, rightfully so. And that right there honestly is the proof in the pudding if you think about it. Decentralized. Oh, we're just a decentralized organization. Yeah, decentralized organizations do not operate with a centralized ringleader acting like a cult leader planning and organizing terror attacks. Decentralized groups don't have militant style weapon training programs and well-funded street operations that can sustain being on the streets for years on end, for months on end. They're still outside ICE facilities today with everything they need. They don't even need to show up to work, apparently, these people. They got food and gear coming in. They've got medical supplies and medics on scene and all kinds of improvised tools and weapons and signs. This is a well-funded, well-organized national security threat, and it's high time the federal government get involved and do its damn job. Free speech and the right to assemble is a very important thing, absolutely, but engaging in domestic terrorism, street-level violence, engaging in coordinated violence and treasonous acts, this, my friends, is not First
I don't
Amendment
understand why this
activity.
hasn't been handled already, man. We have so many documented accounts of these people just burning down cities and harming people and killing people. Like, this is totally a fucking terrorist organization, and, like, it just baffles me that nothing's been done about it in, like, the past, like, 10 years. It's crazy.
These are domestic terror networks and organizations, and if the federal government treated them at 1/10 the intensity that they treated J6 peaceful protesters, well, imagine how fast the whole thing could be shut down. Anyways, that's what I got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Oh, speaking of Mummy. Speaking of Mummy. We got Mummy's lore video. This guy came out a few days ago with his new model, which is pretty sick, by the way. Let's see.
Burning flames in my eyes, trapped inside the fire again. Woke up screaming in a glass tomb, blue-haired demons closing in. Heart exploding, body breaking, turn to sand and disappear. Running through the museum halls while the red eyes haunt me
Hey, it's Natsuki and Trucker Man. Juicing.
Shotgun welcome, unfamiliar faces stare. Brother handshake with Psychro, Scooter Great pops out of thin air. Portal rips the battlefield, army charging through the sand. I slip inside the pyramid, awaken what was always in my head. Golden orb is calling me, light is flooding through my soul. Body changing, power rising, no longer just a scared kid anymore. From the ashes of the nightmare, a new legend takes control. I'm done running, done hiding. Feel the power in my veins. Sand and fire, holy light. I will break their reign. Pyramid is shining. Desert burns with golden flame. Evolved movie standing tall. This is my domain. From the fire, I rise through the sand. I rise, let the robots fall. I rise.
It's cool as fuck. I love Getsuga Tensho Mummy. It's pretty badass.
Is this the one right here, the Tyler Robinson trial thing?
This one's an hour long too. Sucks.
Why are you nervous? You were
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. And here's the meme of the day, brought to you by FiveMind.com. Oh boy, the humiliation ritual for Mr. Sneeko here continues. He's really tried to rebrand himself as of late. I compare it to Hassan Piker and his recent Mao Zedong metamorphosis. Mr. Sneeko, Mr. 90 IQ, decided to put on a suit, to bring his little Islamic scarf everywhere he goes. He's become a radical Islamic preacher and Islamic debater. He's gonna get in the ideological battlefield and claim victory for Allah, victory for the entire Muslim world that he's so clearly grifting for attention. Except, yeah, let's just say I think we can all agree it ain't working so well. No, not in the least. This guy is on a full-blown humiliation tour, not a tour of ideological conquest. Every single public debate that this guy has engaged in has ended in utter humiliation and loss for him. And this Alex Jones one, this latest debate might be the biggest embarrassment I think I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Alex Jones cooked this kid, mopped the frickin' floor with him, single-handedly turned this clown into a bigger lol cow than he already was. Oh my lord, let me try to put together some of the best highlights here. I'll do my best to keep it as short as possible. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so it's an hour and 20-minute debate. I watched the whole thing. It was peak content. I really suggest you do the same, honestly. It was one of the funniest things I've ever watched. I was laughing almost the entire time. But I think I could kind of, synthesize the 1 hour and 20 debate into like a maybe 2, 3, 4 minute clip here that'll portray basically the entire narrative of the debate. Basically, you had this Sneeko clown doing exactly what you might expect.
I watched this. Alex Jones absolutely clowns on this kid. It's funny as shit.
The audience into suggesting that actually the extremist threat doesn't really exist. No, it's just a Zionist narrative. But Alex Jones, in typical Alex Jones fashion, he cut through that BS with the best tactic ever, just freaking memeing and emoting on the guy.
You are following Orthodox Islam and are openly announcing we will dominate you, we will control you. So you follow the Quran, you believe?
You did.
Let's talk about the clip I said.
There's literally a clip of this retard saying fucking Islam will be in every home. Fucking New York is a conquered city. He said that with his own mouth, and then he turned around and lied about it, like, on camera. Both instances on camera. Fucking Muslims, man.
Let's be
specific about what I said.
My head chopped off. Which way is it? Is it to the Quran? I pay the tax, I convert to Islam, or my head's chopped off. Which one is it?
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say it. You said you read the Quran twice. It doesn't say that
I can
anywhere.
show you 1,000 imams reading the hadiths in the Quran. No, there's 3 things.
Hadiths are not in the Quran. You clearly haven't read it if you think hadiths are in the Quran. So because you don't know about Islam, let's talk about
Muslim scholars. You're saying Islam doesn't say you convert or you pay the tax, or your head gets cut off?
Absolutely not. What did I say? Because you just made up a bunch of things I didn't say. You said I'm coming to stick a flag up your butt. I'm here to dominate. I didn't say any of that. What did I say? You
said we're going to take over every house.
I didn't say that.
Take over the cities.
I said, in Christian language, every knee will bow, every tongue confess. I said, inshallah, the whole world becomes Muslim. I believe I have the truth. I want goodness for the world. Christians want other people to become Christian too. What is Sharia? What does that mean?
Sharia law is the governing system of Islamic control.
What does Sharia mean?
The 3 forms of jihad.
What does Sharia mean?
Sharia is the Islamic law.
It means law. Sharia means law.
That's what I just said.
In Sharia law, if you're a Muslim and you live...
You keep trying to act like I don't know about Islam. I know all about it.
First off, let me explain.
I nailed every one of your little factoids.
No, you didn't, because Sharia means law. And
I said it's the Islamic law. You just said, Sneeko, when I said it's Islamic law, then I'm wrong.
Muslims are supposed to follow the law of the land. Nobody here is trying to change the Constitution. In fact, it seems like you are, because you think that I should be deported for exercising my First Amendment rights. We have freedom of religion here.
You are either you're super ignorant.
We have freedom of speech. Under Sharia law, you obey the law.
I got thousands of top imams saying we will make you take Sharia law.
This doesn't make sense, because you also...
Islam's not expanding. You're right.
It's not expanding in America, and you have provided no evidence.
Yeah, there's nothing going on.
What does jihad mean, Alex?
Jihad means following God's orders and carrying out the holy war. There's family, there's political, there's charity, and there's military.
No, it doesn't. Jihad means the struggle of faith. They take these words and they misconstrue them to confuse people and get them afraid of Muslims to justify their wars. If you don't want the West to be destroyed, then don't echo their propaganda.
You
Hey,
understand that,
Sneeko,
Alex, 1 second. You went on for a long time, Alex. Alex, hold on.
Muhammad was dead, they'd taken over with Saudi Arabia.
Alex, hold on a
100 years
second.
later, they had most of the Middle East and parts of Africa and expanded all over the place.
Okay.
Let's launch the war.
Your
I mean,
whole
go
thing.
ahead. Tell me about how sweet the Muslims are. Go ahead.
I'm not. I'm talking about the
We love our Somalis. We love our Muslims too. Oh, they so good. Oh, they so sweet.
Christians and Muslims, we're not that different, Alex. We have a common objective. We want Jesus to return.
Yes.
We do.
Lower your defenses. We mean you no harm. Don't. It's like
We
Mars
don't.
attacks. Don't run. We are your friends. They're like, wait.
Are you drunk right now?
No, unfortunately. What do you want me to tell you? I'm your friend, like the Quran says, and then stab you in the back?
The Quran doesn't say that.
How about I become a Shiite with you, and we take swords and cut our heads, and for 8 hours I just march you like.
That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Or I could be a megachurch Christian with Kenneth Copeland drinking my blood to demonize 2 billion people.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Weasel from Connecticut.
Bro, he's fucking trolling.
The amazing, all-powerful, sneaky
Allahu Akbar!
Sneeko.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Takbir!
The slavery that we take the women.
And inshallah, you become Abdul Alex Jones.
My favorite part was when Alex Jones said, "Lower your defenses. We mean you no harm." It was just too good. I mean, he cut through the BS in the best way possible. I mean, just a glorious performance, a glorious display. And really, I think it speaks to the larger narrative here. We're constantly told, we're constantly gaslit to our face that there is no threat. No, of course not. Meanwhile, Sneeko's on the street talking about Islamic conquest in New York. Every household will bow to Islam as he does a neck-slashing emote.
This is the Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan. Islam will be in every household. Inshallah, the whole world is Muslim. Welcome to Mamdani's New York.
And you also see him constantly putting his finger up, doing the #1, which is exactly what jihadist terrorist organizations do, by the way. They try to downplay it as just an innocent Islamic gesture, but there's obviously a dog whistle there. Holy freaking moly. But back on point here, just an utter embarrassment for Sneeko across the board. And it wasn't just his dishonest tactics that Alex Jones cut through so incredibly well, using comedy and ridicule. It's also just the constant flat-out lies. Sneeko claims that he's not extreme. No, of course not yet. Sneeko refused to denounce first cousin marriages.
You support multi-generational first cousin marriage.
I support Islam.
And then to make matters even worse, he makes the claim that Islamic countries don't have the highest prevalence of incestuous marriages.
And we have far more in common.
Having 2 eyes on the side of your head like a flounder?
Most of the incest is coming from people that want to keep their ethnicity the same, that think that they can't spread, that they have to be within their own. Incest is rampant within Israel. It's not rampant in the Muslim world.
An absolute absurdity, by the way. Pakistan has the highest rate of consanguineous marriages globally, with approximately 61.2% of all marriages occurring between close relatives.
It's all Muslim countries.
Cousins. Oh my lord,
It's all fucking Muslim countries.
What are you doing? You absolute fool. But once again, you know, he fits the mold perfectly. This is what we see from the defenders of these radical ideologies. They just twist the truth, they lie, dismiss, and that's exactly what he did. And Alex Jones, I think, had the perfect approach to make him look like a complete and utter contemptuous fool. I don't know who he thinks he's fooling with his little debate performance here. Well, obviously, people with sub 100 IQ, but clearly, if you possess the ability to critically think even a little bit, I mean, he got mopped the frickin' floor with. And Alex Jones wasn't even trying. He was just memeing. And I just said that rather dismissively, but maybe that's actually the best strategy. Maybe that's how we start winning. Because this, my friends, was peak. Anyways, that's what I got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here.
That
So
shit
in this
was
video,
funny.
we'll be talking about the leaflet situation, or as Asmongold would say, the...
This is essentially just the Rev side of that video we watched earlier.
Do not touch.
This is Vesper's video. It's a collaboration with Crimson Thrill, by the way. Let me get the link, see, and that's going into chat. Pull up Kick Chat.
or the city will fall under a 24-hour jinx. I knew it. Nothing. Superstitious nonsense.
So, have you noticed anything strange?
Funny how all those weird desert religions kind of have that same practice of lying to everybody who's not one of them.
Strange today?
Can't say anything out of the ordinary.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah. Listen up, maybe time to lay low. Jinx, jinx. Jinx, jinx, jinx. Yeah. Look out, my man, yo, poor trash can. Got a mishap or two, what you gonna do? Bad luck, black cat, gum where you just sat. It's a no good day, nothing more to say. Pants torn at the seat, got you feeling beat. Nothing going your way, lady luck to pay. Coffee on your shirt, man, that's gotta hurt. Got a date on 5, no time for that jive. Jinx is the word of the day. Maybe tomorrow things will go my way. Jinx is the theme of this cursed show. Gotta be careful, maybe time to lay low. 4:15, bro be stuck in the door. Fire trucks came, luck more of the same. One bro forgot his stuff, one got stuck by the cup. Free that last by hour 3, no lie, better him than me. Cross the street, no better. Went took this girl's letter, chased what she do till she broke her shoe. Rental scooter went wild in the trash high pile. No,
I love this. This is funny. I like the style too. It's adorable. I like it.
Of the day, maybe tomorrow things will go my way. Jinx is the theme of this cursed show. Gotta be careful, maybe time to lay low. Jinx, jinx, move your feet, duck down low to the heavy beat. Jinx, jinx, step to the side, keep your drink and protect your pride. Jinx, jinx, hands up high, watch that cart go rolling by. Jinx, jinx, one more spin, everybody lose, nobody wins.
See? I told you there was nothing to worry about. Oh, can you do one with me owning Quangos? Oh, I'm riding my fuzzy buddy!
I'll allow it.
That was great. Oh, this is supposed to go on the stream music playlist.
It's been months since anybody has seen Mitch McConnell alive. This was his last time on camera. Mitch McConnell looking pale, needing to be barked around and ordered around by staff. You can see his lips have no color in them. His blood vessels around his eyes have burst. And he was unable to speak English or even perform his duties as a senator. Listen to this.
Yeah.
What is that noise? Something's going horrible with this guy.
A whole lot of time for
slurring.
Round, so we'll get through everybody. And Senator Murkowski, I appreciate you taking over.
And then he has to flee. I mean, this is like
Thank you.
This is a really big hearing with Pete Hegseth. We're at war with Iran, but Mitch McConnell has to disappear just like Joe Biden used to for mysterious reasons. Anyway, Mitch McConnell could regularly be found collapsing in the hallways of the Senate, falling over. Nobody touches him. Nobody even approaches him. Mitch McConnell just falls down, is unable to walk. Anyway, we've now seen the reports and heard the 911 call that Mitch McConnell was found unconscious, unresponsive, and had to get life-saving procedures done in order to simply keep the blood flowing as an ambulance rushed him out in a stretcher from his home on Capitol Hill. His neighbors describe what happened, and even publications like The Hill, which is the insider publication on Capitol Hill, have published effectively eulogies for Mitch McConnell in recent days. Do not use a look back at Mitch McConnell's time in the Senate. Now, this might just be an honest mistake. It could have simply been an error. Things get published incorrectly all the time. But here we go. High-level source close to the White House tells me Mitch McConnell is officially brain dead and he's not coming back. The neighbors that share a wall with Mitch McConnell, because these are row houses, say that Mitch McConnell hasn't been home. Nobody's been at the house at all. It gets very weird here. I want to see proof of life at this point. There has to be some sort of deadline they're holding out for. Well, there is actually. We'll get to that. Former U.S. Transportation Secretary, who's been married to Mitch McConnell for nearly 40 years, fled the country while her husband is brain dead in the hospital. We've covered this. There's no explanation for this at all. Elaine Chao, whose parents are Chinese and was born in, it's a foreigner. She wasn't born in America. She's married to Mitch McConnell, inexplicably. Total nightmare to work for, by the way, if you speak to anybody that ever had the displeasure of meeting this wretched woman who clearly hates her country, hates Mitch McConnell, and is here as, I don't know, everybody's saying it's just a communist handler.
I love how our government's just been nothing but Weekend at Bernie's for like the past 8 years.
She was sucking up to Communist Party leadership in the hours.
Weekend at Bernie's or fucking communist Muslims.
So here she is with the vice president of China. Shows you where her loyalty lies. That's because she's McConnell's handler, not his wife. This is something a handler does, not a wife.
I've been forced to give up office that one time where he just stroked out giving a fucking address.
The eyes never lie. Sepulchre eyes. The eyes never lie, homie. Yikes. Ladies and gentlemen, Elaine Chao has deep business connections to China. Her family has become...
I think it's funny how he brings up the sepulchre eyes and then just fucking retardedly simpishly defends Erica Kirk. Every time that woman shows up on camera talking about shit and people say something that she doesn't want to hear or speak on, you can see it in her eyes. Same concept. She does the same shit, and Benny Johnson defends that and tries to act like there's nothing wrong with anything going on with the Kirk case. This is why I say, man, dude's a fucking fraud. Watch people long enough, if you observe people long enough, you can see the fucking breaks in their fucking mask, and you'll be surprised.
Based on Chinese investment in their company, and we all know how you get investment from China. You're either a member of the Biden family, or you're a member of the Communist Party. He should spend more time and money helping them get elected and less time helping his crazy wife and family get rich in China, says Donald Trump. Mitch McConnell's eldest daughter has now deleted all of her social media. It turns out his eldest daughter is a total libtard, and that his first wife and all of his children turned out to be far left-wing extremists who hate Mitch McConnell. Such a damning indictment of who you are as a person and a father when that happens. Here's where her account used to be. So now the family is deleting all of their social media. She had a pretty big following too. Can't find her anymore. So what's going on here? Well, we believe what's going on here is that Mitch McConnell is trying to block a special appointment to his seat. If he's found to be brain dead or unable to perform his senatorial duties, then you could get a special election, and that would put a MAGA Republican in his seat. And that's all but a guarantee because...
Dude, my thoughts on the Charlie Kirk thing are just kind of discombobulated, man. None of it makes sense, so ergo, my whole understanding of it makes no sense. I can't really tell you exactly what I think. Like I said, I just observe people, and I see the weirdness in the things they do. And that's what I'm saying. There's so many clips of Erica Kirk out there just being fucking weird. And you can't really explain it away. Everybody's oh, she's a grieving widow. Of course she's gonna be fucking frazzled. Yeah, okay, but why does she look so fucking evil? Whenever the fuck you bring up certain subjects, and her eyes just dilate like a fucking murderer seeing their prey. I don't know. There's just a lot of unexplainable shit with the Charlie Kirk murder and just the way people act around it. It's just so baffling to me.
Because he's not running for re-election, so that's going to happen in November during the elections. But you could happen earlier, and then you could get the SAVE Act passed. But Mitch McConnell needs to, and his team need to hold out while the brain dead rumors grip DC. MAGA demands proof of life. Yes, because it's Mitch McConnell who is keeping the Save America Act from being passed. Well, now Mitch McConnell called a GOP ally from the hospital to dispel rumors that he's brain dead. Oh. Can we hear that call? John Thune apparently called Mitch McConnell. Can we hear it? Can we see a photo of Mitch McConnell? Can we listen to anything? Here we go. Scott Jennings, who I don't dislike, but I don't like. I really don't like this, what he's being used for here. I spoke with my old friend Mitch McConnell this morning, the senior senator from Kentucky. He's still recovering in the hospital. We talked for 20 minutes about Iran, Ukraine, and the unfolding situation in Maine. My visit to the Presidential Library of Teddy Roosevelt, and even a little bit of Senate history. Oh, okay. So you're on life support, and this is what you're talking about? Iran and Ukraine. Got it. It's real lovers of America, these people. I told him we want to see him back at work as soon as possible. No, we don't. No, we don't. Who do you speak for? I don't believe a word of this. Jennings is a paid establishment propaganda. Last thing we need to see is Mitch McConnell working. I knew I didn't like you. Can you believe what's happening in Ukraine? Me too. As a potato. How are his moods and overall spirits? Things I don't believe. Nobody believes any of this. They don't believe this whole proof of life that's been schlepped out there. If Mitch McConnell was found unresponsive, did he ever gain consciousness? Was he brain dead at this moment? John Thune said he's been speaking with Mitch McConnell. Really? Can we listen to those conversations? They settled on 20 minutes as the duration of their fake proof of life calls for Mitch McConnell. New, John Barrasso said McConnell spoke to a lengthy conversation this afternoon. Their phone call lasted roughly 20 minutes. Oh, wow. Roughly 20 minutes. How coordinated is all this? I spoke to Mitch McConnell this morning. We talked for 20 minutes about his life, politics, and his CCP spy wife, who fled to China as soon as he was declared brain dead, and a little bit of Senate history. I told him that we need to see him back to work as soon as possible. He didn't respond because he's brain dead. Yeah. Nobody's buying this. Please roast Scott Jennings for this post. Nobody believes this happened, and most likely Mitch McConnell is gone. I don't believe you. Nobody believes this. I also spoke with Mitch McConnell this morning. They're doing the proof of life interviews.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure a lot of these Satanist pedophiles are holding seances to talk to Mitch McConnell.
In Kentucky, a special election has to be called before 3 months to the general election. If they can keep Mitch McConnell in the dark through August 3rd, then they can eke out having this brain dead Trump, like anti-Trump vote sticking in the Senate and keeping the Senate from passing the Save America Act.
Yeah, it's almost as if he only asks the approved questions and follows the approved narratives, just like every other fucking big media host.
I forgot. Here you go. Mitch McConnell showing up to vote against the Save America Act. Gallows humor is what we call it. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. What do you think is happening to Mitch McConnell? Let me know in the comment section.
All right, well, it's been a good 2 hours. I think this is a good spot to chop it off for today. I'll try to be here tomorrow morning as well. Still got a lot more of the playlist, some videos we skipped. Trying to really get back into the swing of things. Not sure how things are going to go in the future, to be honest. I just started a new job, and the hours are pretty weird, man. Like, it's like midday to midnight. It's, I don't know where I fit in and all that anymore. I think I could still swing the morning shows, but I've also been kicking around the idea of kind of hitting into that late night bracket so I can peruse and rub elbows with people like Leaflet and the people who do the primetime slot. I think it'd be fun to raid into some people that I like every now and then. Not many people on in the AM afternoon slots with me in the morning. That's kind of why I picked it originally. But I don't know. We'll see where things go. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll do a midday, like kind of like late morning show before I go to work, and then when I come home, I'll game for a couple hours. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But anyway, at any rate, I appreciate everybody coming out. It's been 2 hours and just shy of 10 minutes, but that's okay. Appreciate everybody as always. I'll catch you